Oh, they're dripping. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, little things like that. They do add to the game's the vibe. Yeah, so a little background about me and Civilization. So
Alright, anyway, I'm back. This got a bee in my bonnet. I needed to finish off what I was doing here, and I really don't mind whether or not anybody watches this or not. I have to finish what I was doing here. It started out as a live stream because the game went live, and so this is kind of follow-up or episode 2 to that particular live stream. I don't have any wool. So what I was doing was I was building this hill fort, or this hill village, and somebody in the live stream suggested that I put a monastery on there, and I started doing it and the game crashed, and it was quite late at night, and I decided that I needed to put a pin in it, call it a day. But now I'm back after going for a long walk on the beach in real life. So the plan will be to finish off the monastery and this bridge, fill the monastery full of monks and nuns, and get the vegetable farm up and running. And then what I'll probably do is expand the monastery just a little bit. I don't want them to cut too much of these trees down. That's probably enough, actually, isn't it? So yeah, I will place a few more bits of monastery around. the village and detail up the village, and then I will be happy to say that this is a complete project unto itself, and it'll just be a small monastery and a highly detailed, or at least a relatively well detailed village. I am going to also have earmarked this area here, and this is going to be I'm going to have this as a secondary market. So I can make canopies actually for this market over here as well. Probably try to overproduce everything that's here right now, overproduce everything, but I'm not going to delve into other areas. I'll probably get that, the edict, I'll get the city fence, luxury market. I'm not going to produce any luxury goods. You know, I can do a little bit. I can detail the lumber camp. Yeah, I'll detail the lumber camp because I'm going to detail everything anyway. I'll detail the lumber camp and I'll also detail the stonemasons. And I've got a tavern, and I've built a tavern. So, here's the tavern. Am I making hops? I think I've got a hop farm unlocked. The hop farm is unlocked. Where's that? There it is. The hop farm's unlocked. Shall I build the hop farm? Not sure. I might not. I could build a hop farm. That could end up being up here. I want to have some more housing over here, because I'm going to need a little bit more housing. So it'll just be this area for housing here to join up, to link up with this. Ooh, I don't know about building a hop farm. I mean, I'm probably going to overproduce on berries anyway, because I will add a farm in a berry farm for the monastery. So they will probably end up overproducing berries. I think... No, I don't think I will add in the hop farm. This is not about creating more. This is not about growing and expanding and putting more and more and more things in. This village is going to be a complete package once it's reached this level, and then I can say I'm happy with it, because it needs to be as reach its full potential, but it doesn't need to do more. There's no reason why it needs to be more than what it is. So that's my plan anyway. I'm a big fan of the new tavern look as well. Super happy with that. I'll put a few more bits of tavern around. I'll probably put a little bit of tavern here in this space. And what I'm going to do is, for this area, I get rid of this. Oops, wrong one. Get rid of that. And what I'll do is, I'll move these over a little bit. So this is going to be mixed into a space where there's going to be a secondary market. So this whole area is going to be a secondary market. Because this is kind of, the bridge is kind of central, I'd like there to be an entrance on this side and an entrance on this side, or an exit, entrance and exit, so that there's almost a clear path straight down there, and then enclose this whole area. Do I have a nicer Yes, I do. Look, I've got this city fence now as well, so I could put that around. I don't know if you know that the city fence has these little hanging braziers on them. It's very cool. Or there's also this stone fence, which is an upgrade from the very, very rustic kind of stone fence that I would expect. In the UK we have this everywhere for farming fields. Looks a bit strange around it doesn't look too bad actually around a church. You see that around churches a lot as well, but this is a bit fancier. I think a market deserves something a little bit fancier than this. So, kind of waiting for this monastery to finish building. It has finished building, no? It has, it's finished building. What was the problem? Build all? Okay. I think this has been stopped at. Let's finish that off as well, please. Yeah, I'm going to play with the monastery and look the aesthetic of this monastery on this island a bit as well, because I think it needs a little bit of finessing to make me happy. Oh, there are 2 people in the live stream. Welcome. Welcome one and all, 2 and all. Leave a heart, or as you like. Let's grab this crowd. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yes, it was founded. I get happiness. An aura of serenity settles as your first villagers recite their religious vow and convert to a life of aesthetic piety. What does that say? Ascetic. Very well. I'm sure they'll be very happy here. Are they going to be a farmer? Farmer. Okay, here's what I'm going to do with the farm. Could treat the farm as it is here and have an entire area, but what I'm going to do is, because there's no other way to do this in the game, I'm going to paint over the houses. And then all of the areas which aren't built on will become a vegetable garden. So I'm hoping we'll get vegetables growing here, and well, maybe we'll get some around the sides. I would always recommend go for the influence, because it's the one thing that's most difficult to make. could upgrade the bridge, couldn't I? I could do that. Stone city bridge. This is where you have to stop. You have to tell yourself, no, this is not the plan. The plan is not to keep expanding. It needs to be a nugget of pure small village fort bliss. Sunday afternoon village fort. 1, 2, 3. And they're all monks. 1, 2, 3. A. Still didn't get a good suggestion to name this town. Feel free to sound off for a suggestion of a name. In my edited video for the kickoff of the new version of the game, I did have a good suggestion. Capybara as opposed to capybara, which I actually quite liked a lot, actually. But I need to run a poll. I would like to run a poll anyway to see what people come up with as a suggestion for that town. But I still don't have a suggestion for this town. I'm going to keep capybara back for something else just in case I don't get a better suggestion. I personally like that a lot. Cap City, yeah, Cap City sounds a bit too modern, doesn't it? And welcome back again, CH. I need to finish what we started, CH. It bugs me. It bugs me that we started this village and it didn't get finished. It got interrupted with a crash, so I need to finish it. I'm going to finish it this afternoon, if you're on board. Oh, we got monk and nun then. No, all nuns. It's not letting me add another monk there. Strange. How many monks have I got? 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. How many monks am I allowed? Building monk dorm. Oh, it's full. So don't welcome any more men into the village. There's too many, what's it called? Too many sausages on the dance floor for anybody that gets that Flight of the Conchords reference. I think they're struggling to bring planks to this bridge, you know. I don't know why. Oh, let's see. 2 dudes. Got enough dudes. And look, there we have it. They are planting vegetables around the houses. So this is, all of this brown is going to be vegetables, hopefully. It says it's too large. Still too large? Adequate. Okay, so I could do another 2 of those. Three, 6. I'm currently employing 6, and then I've got 3, 6. So I've got 2 spare. I could build another one of those right now. That should be fine. I just have to add another vegetable farm. Welcome to all those in Oklahoma. Raymond, I need a name for this little hilltop town. Feel free to make a suggestion. I'm going to plan out this this market area here as well. Berries, bread, fish, vegetables now as well. Berries. Oh, meat. We've got two refined foods. Two refined foods, meat and bread. Fish and berries is basic. And vegetables. 5. And then also some clothing. I'll differentiate that one. Don't ask me why, I just like to have the food stalls covered red and the goods stall blue, and I like to have the what's it called, luxury goods, isn't it? I don't have one of those just yet. Yeah, here it is, luxury market. I like to have that in green. I think it's because it used to be that one of these was blue, I think. I think that's why I used to do it, because it matched. I don't, to answer the question, Raymond, I don't usually sell any food at all. I think in this playthrough, though, I am actually selling food, if I believe. Yeah, I'm actually selling food right now. But food is the one thing that causes unhappiness to suddenly drop if there's a disruption in the production chain. So that's why I don't sell it, because in fact I would probably turn off the sale of bread as soon as it got under 50. Just because I don't like the happiness to drop, because I don't want some villagers to leave unexpectedly and I don't notice, and then I'm having to like fix a problem that I didn't see coming. Because my playstyle is quite slow, I don't usually worry about making money. I just sell everything else apart from food, and it usually works out fine. There has been some rebalancing, but at one point during the playtesting a couple of months back, they completely reworked all of the production chains, and you couldn't make money out of the sale of planks anymore, and that caused me to be very unhappy, and I think I told the devs about it, and they did make a change. I don't know whether or not I had anything to do with their decision making, but I like to think I did. Probably not. Did just notice that I'm completely out of wood at this point. It's because my forestry area needs redoing. I'm going to buy that. I'll move this forestry area here now. Move these guys down here, put a house, and then have all of that as forestry area still, but then it can be its own kind of complete little package with a well. But I won't put any food stalls there. I still expect them to take the trip to the market. Am I in? I still need one more lady. There she is. There she is. Too large. There we go, just right, said Alice. Oh no, still too large. I'm going to put some more fencing in here and just define these paths some more. But I want to come back to this for now. You know, it's an interesting one about the boar, that you mentioned the boar, because I don't know whether you are aware of this, but in this new, the way that the boar generate now, if you look at this area here, you'll see lots and lots of boar, and you'll notice, well, let me compare it to another one first. Here, see, there's no boar over here or here, and there's only one there, and I can tell you the exact reason why there would be one boar there but zero there, and that is because the way that the boar generate now is they need a perimeter around a large enough body of, well, a large enough forest. So this, if I were to expand this forest out and perhaps one more turn around here, you would get one boar generate there, because they will only generate on the interior of the forest and not near the edge of the forest. So when it comes to like farming the boar, the best thing to do is just to have a huge area and let the boar and kind of like never have any issue where you're going to run out of boar, and be careful that you're not like chipping into them, because these two things, they can overlap now. Watch. Never used to be able to do that. If I would have in the previous version, if I was to paint the boar, it would paint over, it would override the wood cutting. It doesn't do that anymore. You're allowed to do both, so you have to watch yourself a little bit as well, because you can end up like cutting down trees, and if I was to cut down trees here, the boar would shrink by that much, so I would end up spawning a third less boar or something. I'm wondering, why am I doing that? That's because I've cut the edge of the forest down here, so it's essential to have more forest than you need for the boar. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Just going to use the boar hunting brush here, so I can just draw out the shape of this market square that I want. If I move this over to the corner, and I can put this quatrefoil in as well as decoration. Now this is just me being special. I want to have the well and the bell tower and the quatrefoil in a line, like 1, 2, 3. But I don't. But I want a straight line to run down to the bridge here. Yeah, it's just the way my brain works. I'm gonna have to get rid of these while I design it. I also want to have a building here. I know what I'm going to put there. Okay. Bear with me. Because I'm making money, so when you're making money, monument, manor. Do I need a bailiff office? Don't have a bailiff. Yep, don't have a bailiff. So I like this one. I haven't built with this one yet. But I like the ones with the stone bases. I think the ones with the stone bases... They... For some reason they remind me of water mills. I think I was in Wales yesterday, and you see that a lot in Wales. Wood-framed houses built on these high stone plinths, and they're usually like that because they're next to rivers, and so they flood a lot. But I'm next to a river here, aren't I? So that counts. If I do one bailiff office here, I'll get rid of this one. This can be my... That's too far, that's fine. Treasury there is. This needs to be treasury. This one's going to have to be higher, because I want the ends to be disguised. Oh look, I've got some alternative options here. Ah, how do we feel about that? What others? Oh yes, so you can have it one side or the other. Have it this side? No, nothing? Both? Or you can choose a side. Ooh. Should we have it sticking over the path here? And then we'll have it blank on this side. I like that. That's annoying me. Alright, I'm going to have to turn off snapping. I can turn snapping back on now that I've got it lined up. I think that's too tall. I think that's too tall. It looks strange. Oh, I've got a minimum height here because of that. No, I'm going to have to live with that for the time being. One more. I cut all of this when I make my other videos where it's edited. I cut all of this bit out. I always feel like this bit's the most boring bit and nobody's interested. Good evening, Lord Tanker. Baraberg Roost. I'm going to redo the monastery. Actually, I'm going to fiddle with it and make it and improve it. It's a bit basic. Baraberg. I like it. Baraberg. It's very German. Let's do it. Baraberg. It's a hermitage so far. Ah, in order to build the treasury I need a fortification. That makes sense. Fortification's going to go over here, isn't it? We'll move him around a little bit. There we go. Now as you come down this hill, or over this hill, we'll have a nice run up. In reality, this is a really bad decision, and I can't see any historical figure saying, yeah, it's a good idea, let's have a straight run for any army to just run straight up to the front door with a great big battering ram and knock it down. Which is why it's built, which is why you build on a hill as well, because it takes, as you run uphill, anybody that's ever run uphill you end up losing speed the longer the hill is, the higher the hill is. So if you've got a big battering ram with a bunch of guys, you end up a bit out of puff at the top. But that's why, if you look at any kind of motte and bailey structure, the entrance is offset, so it wouldn't be here. It would probably, if there was a long straight road, it would come down the valley, but then the entrance would be offset, so the entrance would be over here or over here, so that you couldn't get a straight run up to it. That was the reason that the entrances were always offset. I have to do it the other way around. No, let's have them up against the wall here. The quadrifoil is going to go here in the centre somewhere. I could move this guy and put him over here. I'm so happy that you can move these without having to fiddle around unloading and loading them anymore. Now I can just do this. Oh, that actually works out quite well. That works out quite well with the little rope fence there. Do that. Something like that. Do I need another one of these arches on the other side? Maybe. Let's see how it looks with just more wall. I need that anyway, don't I? Baraford. I'll bookmark that one. Baraford Hollow. Why hollow? Because it's in a valley. Look how easy it is to just move things around now if you're not quite happy with it. And the amount of times that I'm not quite happy with things. Even the walls. Just move it. Let's build the wall. Can anyone tell me why they will not bring this last 5 planks to this bridge? I cannot understand why. I've got planks. I've got builders. Brock, they keep bringing it, but they won't build it. Tell you what I'll do. Look, here he comes with the planks, but then they don't build it. Well, they say they're finished now, so let's try again. Yes, there's already a granary here, but I'm going to add another granary as well, I think, just so to store more food, because I just like to have as much food as possible available for all situations. And sliced melon, yeah. I already have brainstormed and sketched out my next short story. I haven't written it yet. So my plan is to aim for one short story a month. When I started doing the short stories, I wanted to do 2 a month, but it's a bit too much for me because, well, you know, I've got real life things. I still have to go to work. I'm a plumber in real life, if anybody's interested. But which is why you might think some of my characters are a bit strange sounding, but believe me when I say most of them are based on people that I meet. So yeah, sometimes I feel like the characters are a little bit unbelievable, but actually I've met most of them. But I'm going to aim for one short story a month, and my next one is brainstormed, and I've sketched it out, and I need to write it fully, and then you know, record it and do the video and everything. So it'll probably be near the end of the month. I imagine another couple of weeks. It takes a while to do them, but I really enjoy it. So yes, the answer is my next short story is on its way. Lord Bara has got himself in a bit of a pickle, hasn't he? And I know how to get him out of that, but you'll have to wait and see what my solution is. At some point I would like to involve people in the short stories, and you know, create the world together, but I don't know how interested people are, to be fair. In honesty, the short story videos are the worst performing videos on the channel. Most people come for the gameplay. Yeah, I'll have to do a separate granary in the town centre now. You can't put the extension granaries too far away from the main ones, unfortunately. They seem to not work. Thanks, Logan. I agree. I like to do the stories the most out of everything. That's what inspired me to start doing these at all. Yeah, I'm going to need a new granary, aren't I? Otherwise I can't do these missions. Okay. Well, that's... Oh no, the granary, it's here. I forgot it was there. So I can put an extension in. Depot. And... See, that's a shame. I can't put it across the street. That doesn't quite make sense, does it? Oh well, it's not the end of the world. They still won't build this bridge, will they? They do not like it. They keep bringing resources, but they just don't want to build it. Stop. Don't know why. I feel like it looks a bit strange. Tell you what I'll do. I'll get rid of that, and then it doesn't look quite so weird. Okay, berries, vegetables. This is the first time the villagers have had vegetables on offer. One more. I'm sure they'll enjoy that. Some fish, some bread, and some clothing. This is obviously going to be where the commoners live. Alright, let's do it. Let's build all this. Boom. It's a big project. What do I need in here? Wheat? Flour? Bread? vegetables. And over here, I can get rid of the bread. Not too bothered about 16 bread. If I'm only making berry brew, and go to trade routes. Oh look, I can unlock another trade route now because I'm making clothes. What can I sell to them? Fish? No. Berry brew. Okay, so unlocked. If I put berry brew in here now as well, where's it gone? Berry brew. When I eventually start making berry brew, I can sell that. Is there somebody else that buys berry brew? No, but they buy clothes as well. 2 clothes. So I'm going to make even more money now just based on these commodities, clothing and berry brew. I don't need to sell the food. I can just keep the food, and then that means, because the food becomes my population cap, that tells me that overhead that I've got in order to comfortably grow population without having to worry about whether or not I've got enough food available. This already makes me feel a little bit like I can't grow too much because it's getting close to 50. I mean, really close to 0 is when it's a problem, but even that they'll complain about if it's less than 50. Vegetables were golden. I should put vegetables up there on the top actually. Where's he gone? Favourites. Not gonna make cheese. I don't quite make enough clothes. No, that's... I could... Okay, so I could add another... Right, I've got 2 choices here. I could add another tailor. Oh, I don't. I've only got 2 tailors working. Ah, I didn't even know that. So what's my supply of cloth like? Cloth is good. Common clothes. If I add another tailor in there, that'll get me to 25% efficiency. If I upgrade them to commoners, that should get them to 50% efficiency. That's how the new mechanic, I don't know whether you know that, but that's how the new mechanic works. So if I have 3 in here, this is what my productivity or efficiency wheel is telling me. Serfs are only giving me 50% efficiency. But if I upgrade them, it even tells me here this is best suited to a citizen. Well, there's no way I'm going to upgrade anybody in this town to a citizen. That's never going to happen. Yeah, I'm farming vegetables. So, vegetables have been added. Welcome. Let me just finish on this, the workshop. So I've currently got 2, and it says here, productivity 17% if I add this. There we go, 25%. If I promote them, which I will be able to do once the bailiff office is finished building. Can't promote them right now. Light fortification. Okay, that's not going to work until this fortification building is built as well, but that's fine. It's all going to happen at the same time. And then I can upgrade them, and then this will go to... I think it adds another 25% efficiency for the commoners. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's another 25%, and then the citizens give you the full 100%. So I had two choices, didn't I? Which is where I started rambling. I had two choices. I could either, in order to get my production of clothes up, I could either increase my efficiency or build another tailor's workshop. I don't really want to build another tailor's workshop. I don't feel it's necessary, because I will upgrade to commoners, which means I need to beautify this area, get these houses upgraded for commoners, and then I can produce some berry brew and sell some berry brew. You see, it's all part of a grand plan that Lord Bara has. It's all under control. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Which reminds me that I can make more profit if I want to by doing one of two things. I can either get a 10% increase from trade, or I can reduce my operating costs by 25%. So neither of those are fixed. 25% is a better deal, but I can sell. Wait a minute, it said labour, didn't it? Labour estates. So who's in the labour estates? So when it says labour estates, it's talking about Trotbury and Northbury. Now I'm only ever going to sell stone, planks. I'm never going to sell meat because I don't sell food. Clothing, more stone. It's not a lot, really. I think it's probably. I don't think there's that much in it. If I was going to expand this village and grow it much larger, and I was going to build more in terms of either the manor or more taverns or more of the market, because that's all labour estate. All those three monuments are all labour estate. If I was going to build more of that, 25% would make sense, but I think 10% additional income, there's probably not that much in it, but I'll go for the income. Where has it gone? Here we go. I'll go for the income. Probably overthinking that way too much. I never do this stonework promotion. I never felt like what puts me off about the stonework promotion is because it reduces the yield of food, and I don't like that, as you may have realised by now. I like my foods to be way overproduced so that I can grow my citizens whenever I want. If I do this contractual wage, it just makes the bailiff a bit cheaper overall. You want to name the tavern? That's a good idea. So in Bara town, the tavern was called the Prancing Boar. What should we call this? I mean, the town is Baraberg. What do we overproduce in the town? the most vegetables. The reason I named the tavern in Bara town the Prancing Boar is because at that time I was overproducing boar. Now we're overproducing vegetables. Turnip tavern. The lady and the turnip. No, that's a bit dodgy sounding, isn't it? Prancing cabbage. The Jolly Croaker. Yeah? Yep. I like Croaker, just Croaker. Croaker Tavern. Croaker. Yeah, it has to be Tavern. Croaker Tavern. I like that. I've noticed that I've got a brewer in here, but she's not actually brewing anything. What's she doing? You're a brewer. Is there a problem with the tavern? Yes, there is. She can't brew anything because she doesn't have a chimney. The regal croak. Where I'm from, it'd probably be called something like the croak and pot, or the croak and pot. Croak and pot. Oh, I like the Croaker Tavern. The croaking tankard sounds a bit too Harry Potter to me. The bailiff isn't going to work because it also needs its own fortifications separate from the other fortifications. Okay. So, you can't mix the fortifications. That's a shame. It's too far. know what? I'm going to change the colour of this roof. Blue. I like blue. 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 It matches in with the monastery. I don't think you can change the monastery. Nope. Monasteries can't be changed. Oh, you were asking about the vegetable garden. So inside the monastery now, when you can build a vegetable garden. Here it is, vegetable garden. And you build them individually, and they can be placed arbitrarily far away, so you don't need to do anything weird. And so this is how I've done it. I've placed them near some houses, and I've created a little farming area, so it looks like a little bit at least. The reason I was doing that is just to check if it would change this sizing measurement. Doesn't seem to care about it all that much. I think one thing that would increase the size that you can paint, probably by 50% at least, is if you upgrade, if you promote the novices to brothers and sisters, which you need manuscripts for, of course. Do I produce manuscripts? Yes, I do. I think it's 10 per promotion, so I bet I could select one now, a brother. And you know what? Well, I'm not going to do it, because then he'll need special food, and I'm not set up for that. Welcome, Christopher. Does the second wheat field think it's too small? This one? Yeah, it's still a bit too small. That's okay. I produced enough wheat anyway. It's only off by a tiny amount, I'm sure It's more or less the same size as this one over here, isn't it? It's fine. That doesn't bother me. This is another reason why I don't like selling food, is because if I don't have a huge amount of food, or at least a decent amount of food in storage, when you come to do these quests where you host fairs and host visitors, I'm going to say yes to this. They will come, and for 21 days they're going to eat all your food, and if you don't have it in store, then not only do they become unsatisfied, but your villagers get unhappy as well because they can't get access to the food. Trade with Middle is booming. They plan on investing this wealth into restoring their old church, which would attract pilgrims. This could also benefit your village if you supply them with resources. Okay, I don't mind investing in trade with a neighbour. Right, I can have a bailiff now. What are my options? So I can increase job speed learning. Happiness is less impacted by 10%. I like that. Combatant training. Not too bothered about that because I may not get round to building a castle on this map. So I'm going to go with the happiness upgrade. Brilliant. I've seen better options, but it's okay for now. You can change that if you want in the future. A sense of duty sweeps through the village as your bailiff steps into office. As your trusted right hand, they are sworn to enforce your laws and uphold your will across the land. Boom. Check this out. How much better does that game look now? It's incredible. It's a huge difference. I've been playing this since 2019 and it's changed. It's a completely different game. Completely different. Farewell, Lord Tanker. Yes, the messages do give up if you don't click on them. You can miss out actually on freebies if you don't click on them. They're cheeky, aren't they? Look at this. Cheeky. They'll do anything to shave a minute or two off. I mean, I do the same, to be fair. Only one thing to do. Make their lives more difficult. Oh. I have 99 wood. There's nothing else in here I'm going to buy. You didn't see that. Let's build this quadrifoil. Let's also put some tents over these. I don't know whether you know but the tents, they increase the amount that the food stalls can hold as well. Sometimes when it says, "Oh, your villagers don't have access to food," and you look at the market stall and it says 0, and the market stall says, "Oh, it's not holding any." If you just put a roof over it, it will hold more, and sometimes that just solves the problem. Why were they annoyed? I'm at 73%. I might fail this quest, you know. Let's see if we can. Oops. Let's see if we can find out the reason why. Maybe it's in here. Rustic food. No berries. Yeah, it's because I had close to 50 berries. So those visitors have come and they've just demolished my berry supply. And if I was already at 0 because I was selling it all, then I wouldn't have stood any chance. Yeah, it's not the taxes. It's a good shout, but the taxes are they affect the villagers, not the visitors. It's okay if what I think happens here, from just my own personal understanding, is that the one or two of them might actually be unhappy. So I could have put on. I could have tried to find them. I don't know if I was able to find them actually, but if you find them, because they travel around in a big troop, if you click on one of them, you'll find that most of them are actually happy, and it's just one of them that didn't have access to food, and you get that message that says, "Oh, someone's not happy," but it's not the whole troop; it's just one of them. So, like then I got away with it; it was fine. So it was just one or two of them that was complaining. And now this will start to increase again now that they've all buggered off. Oh, you know what? Another reason why this is being depleted now is because my berry brewer in here is probably working, isn't she? Okay, that number did just move. Pretty sure I saw it move. Yep, here we are. Berry brew 33. Okay, so I do have a little task here. I need to increase the amount of berries that I'm producing. I can do that in 2 ways. I'm not too bothered about pleasing the church. So I can increase the amount of berries that I'm producing in 2 ways. I can either put another gatherer down, a berry gatherer, or I can get 4 nuns to work in a berry picking farm on the monastery, and I think I'm going to do that instead. Berry garden, here we go. Another easy win for just profit is herbs. But I'm not going to do that. Just going to do berries. Ah, and here we go. So this is new as well. So you must place a hut down, tick, and you get 3 different options now for the planters. 1, 2, and 3. Well, let's have another one of those. Actually, let's not. Let's have another round one. So that's new. And I can put 4 down because I'm going to have 4 nuns. And I don't actually know how much they will produce out of these 4. I'm hoping it's similar to a gatherer hut, but I'm not entirely sure. This will be an experiment. I think I should redesign this slightly. Doesn't quite satisfy. Ah, you're right. I'd had it toggled off, Chris. There you go. It's on now. feel like I did this all a little bit hastily. I don't like it at all. No. Looks weird. You know what? I can't use these round ones. I don't know how to use them. Oh no, they're too far away. Oh. Okay. Then you come over here instead. Okay. Looking for nuns. I'm recruiting for nuns. Oh, if I change it back to daytime now, it will be quite jarring. Oh. Here comes a nun, a potential nun, a future nun. Oh, I had another one as well. Six monks, 6 nuns. Nun dorms, 8 capacity. Monk dorms, 12. I'm actually a little bit confused now. I didn't think I was able to do that. Oh, I just built another bit of monkdom, didn't I? That's why. Okay. Fine. Let's build some gardens around it while we're here. I'm going to use this elegant fence. Shall I do it all the way around the... Oh. Shall I do it all the way around the island like this? No. That looks silly. Let's do it like this. Got to have a little bit of wall here, otherwise, yeah. Well, otherwise nothing actually. I don't have to have it. Crashed. Damn. Not gonna let that stop me though. Hopefully I'm not too far back. I will finish this afternoon. Not too far off now. Just need to go around and do the rest of the detailing, and then I can put a pin in it. I think maybe 1 more hour and then I'm done. I think I had 3 or 4 crashes on the stream on Friday night. Bara. There we are. Excuse me for a moment while I just go and grab a cup of tea. Oh, is that so? Yeah. Well, this evening, it's a non-alcoholic beverage, so. Actually, I think it's got something to do with the quick save because I was right here. And actually that one felt a bit different. Are you hearing the ambient noises around the small monastery? All of the little, there's different ambient noises all over the place now. It's quite cool. No, don't like it. That works for me. There are monastery specific, what they're called, decorations, but I haven't unlocked them, so I'm just going to use the standard ones. I've been thinking about posting some walking tours videos actually on the channel of some of the inspiration that I get for some of the builds when I go and visit churches or monasteries around, because I do little trips out with my wife and my kids, and we go to castles and churches and monasteries, and I'm trying to educate my kids as best I can in history from what little I know of it. And I was wondering whether or not I should start doing like little walking tours and post them on the channel, but I'm not sure that the YouTube algorithm would understand what I was trying to do. It might need to be a separate channel or something. I'm not sure. I think I already confuse it too much with having short stories and video games kind of mashed together. Yeah, I think it already doesn't really understand what I'm trying to do. I wasn't expecting that. Good advice, Chris. Just wanted to have a look at the flame effect at night. definitely going to try to make more use of this ambient lighting. They never stop, do they? They never stop working. Welcome, Naven Ridge. Can you hear the owls in the background? Now that I've changed it to nighttime mode. There's a hooting. I think I should put lighting all down here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. What's this? Advice. Promotions. Yes, I know. Am I losing monks and nuns? I think I am, you know. Or is it because... Or is it because I put gardeners in? I'm not sure. Yeah, I like to put the lighting down along the paths as well, but you don't want to put them like they wouldn't go here. I don't think anybody would put lighting down here. They would only be in, I don't know, what would you call it, populated areas. I think it's a modern thing to like line highways with, I don't know. Maybe Chris can tell us, he's the history buff. I think some here on the bridge would work. Yeah, I'm definitely losing nuns and monks because I don't have monastic food. I've got a refectory and there's food in there now. Maybe this has solved it. I'm not sure. Oh look, consumed this week. I think maybe I've solved it. Let's hope I've solved it. Put your sunglasses back on, everyone. It's daytime. Okay, let's finish off. Detailing these houses. Nathan, yes, sorry, I missed that. There's an option down in the left hand corner here. Click that, and then you get 3 daytime options. Daytime, dusk, which is my personal favourite if I'm honest. And then you get nighttime. And now that they've added in this ambient lighting, makes it look really special. Then you also get this rainy day one, which I actually really like. My only ask, I said it in the edited video that I did when the release went live, that I would like this these 3 options to have a timer setting, so they would just cycle through one at a time, daytime, dusk, nighttime, but obviously gradually like blend into one another. I'm sure that would take some efforts to do, but I'd still like that to be implemented at some point. Other things are coming into the full release at a slightly later date once they've been worked out. So although the game's live and it's now out of early access, the developers are still working on things. They do still say that they're going to bring other things into the actual live version. Yeah, set it to rainy. It's you'll feel right at home there. Oh look, there's some fish here. You know what I should do? Now tell me if that looks weird. Now that the monks are eating fish, because I assigned them fish in their refectory. So this is something to bear in mind as well, isn't it? That when you build your monastery, you must, it's a minimum requirement that you build a refectory, otherwise the monks and nuns will just they'll leave, which is what was happening to me a moment ago. So this is a minimum requirements for a monastery. It's quite a lot, to be honest. You must have a chapel because they need somewhere to pray and they won't go to a church. They need somewhere to sleep. So dorms. It's not essential to have a scriptorium because that's only needed if you're going to promote them. So I probably didn't need that. But you can sell them. I think they can be traded. They also need a refectory as a minimum, and I'm debating whether or not they need the vegetable garden and the berry garden. No, they mustn't need it because they're not producing their own fish, and yet I can set fish in there. So no, they will take from the stocks of the town for food. But it needs quite a lot in order for it to function, really. Monks, nuns. I'm allowed 12 monks. That's a nun. That's a monk. 2 more. And I've got 2 more job openings there for gardeners. And it's monks, so I need 2 more. I'm allowed 2 more monks, and then this is functioning 100%. What do you think though? Shall I build this? Or does it look strange? Does it look plopped? I don't like things to be just plopped. I feel like that's plopped. If I were dishonest, what would be my favourite setting? It's a good question, Chris. If I were dishonest, I'm not a dishonest person. I'm a very honest person. You know, I'm a plumber in real life. Everybody trusts a plumber. Let's do it. We need the fish. Looks like we need a little bit more bread. I'll add 2 in there. I think that's 1. Yes, that's right. I don't like to sell food. So if I was dishonest, I'd say I like to sell food. The church is a bit bare. Let's do this. Oh, I used to be able to do that. Never mind. think the stone cross on top of the wooden church looks a bit odd. Doesn't look safe. Ah, hedge. I've been missing this. I wondered... Oh. I didn't think this was here. I thought I was missing it. I'm out of gold. I like the stone chapel, but I don't like it in this village. I just don't feel like it's a good fit. I like it otherwise. Am I not making enough bread? I've got no wheat and very little flour, which means that it's time for another wheat farm. I'm not doing it. I think that's it. At the cap for food production feels in. I think it's okay. It's just enough to support 93. I think you could push it to 100 and you'd be fine. But I don't think adding more workers in here will make any difference, because it's the wheat production is depleted. So that they're using everything that the wheat is producing. No, I think the cap is in for... It's a shame that I can't have more vegetable gardens here, though. I'd like that. But it is what it is. Is this my banner? Yay! Yeah, I'm not going to make beer in this one. Like I said at the start of this stream, my only goal for this is not to just continue to expand and keep pushing out and growing. I just want to create a little chocolate box or a little painting, and it's going to have the little monastery on the island and the hill fort village. This already feels more than I would have liked to have done, but it's okay. I quite like it still. It gives it a focus as well. It balances it. We have the triptych or triptych, depending on how you say it. 1, 2, 3, and as you all know, 3 is a magic number. Okay, I feel like it's time. I'm going to do 2 more things. I'm going to... This woodworking area, my forestry area and forester camp, I'm going to move these guys who are buried in these trees down here, and put some housing for them. Just to make that a complete thing, because at the moment I feel like they're a bit plopped. And then I might reorganize this slightly. In fact, this can move down here as well. I might reforest this part up the top here. And then I'm going to upgrade these houses to commoner houses. And in order to do that, I need to just make the area beautiful. I can do that now, actually. So that's it. I just need to put something aesthetic down, and then they go green. Green is good. It's actually a bit too easy to do, in my opinion. And when they do upgrade, sometimes they can they change their shape and they can obscure the things that you put down. See, that's not big enough. It will be. If I put 2 down. There you go, they're all beautiful now. All I need to do is upgrade the citizens, and those houses will upgrade. Shall I do that now? I've lost a baker. I thought something was going on. And a miner. That's strange. Everything else is fine. Alright, I should be able to promote. How do I promote? Why can't I promote anyone? Oh, I haven't built a great wall. Oh, great wall. What am I talking about? I haven't built a great hall. I know what I'll do. I'll put the great hall here, where it belongs. Okay, we don't need too much. No interior access, it says. I wonder if they'll be able to get access like that. Usually, Raymond, when I'm building, I stick to the contours of the terrain. In fact, I would love it if there was a modder that came out with you know, this visibility. If there was another one to click here that said contour, so I could see all of the terrain contours. Because I like the, that's what I'm trying to do here. This path is trying to, in my mind, run around the contour of this hillock. So usually I'm building in and respecting the lay of the land. Once this is built, I should be able to upgrade these good folk here to commoners. They'll like that. In the meantime, I'm going to use the square brush. bring this sawmill down as well. Who puts a sawmill at the top of a hill? Interestingly, now, because the production is so much higher, I don't need more than one sawmill. In fact, I could get away with just one woodcutter, especially because you can go into the woodcutter and edit the building, and then you can here, this one, this. Okay, so this upgrade gives you 50 output resources. You can store 50 more. This one, you can store another 10, another 25. So this is all storage. And this line here is worker capacity. So you can add 1, 2, 3 decorative parts. So you can have up to 3 more workers, and you can. So that's so. You can have up to 6 workers there in just one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So no, you can you can have 3 times the amount of workers per camp if you want. So you could get away with that. In my mind, that's the equivalent of 3 camps. Move that. Somebody already moved in there. 2. That's 4. That's 4 people living there, and how many do I need? Well, it's 3, 6, 9, 11. So I could build houses for 11 people there if I wanted to. I've got 2, 4. I don't really want 11 houses here though. Only really wanted 2. If I upgraded those to 6 each, that would suffice. This is where the new mechanics comes into play. So, where is it? Fortifications, isn't it? So if I do this, it's not going to look weird. Only try. Why is the lumber cap blocked? Your influence from the clergy has struck a chord. Traders from the estate are keen to win your favour by temporarily offering more generous and advantageous terms. Sounds good. Okay, something's going on with this lumber camp here. I bet this one's the same. I just built it a bit too close to the forest camp. No, still blocked. It's just this one. Doesn't like it. Okay. Let's put it somewhere it does like it. I think that one's okay. You know that saying, if it ain't broke. I've caused myself unnecessary pain here. They can't get to build it. They can't get to build it. And they can't get to build it because... They hate it. I thought it was a good idea. They hate it. The villagers hate it. This is the first decision that I've made where the villagers genuinely hate it. Okay, he's building it now. Okay, we're good, we're good. I don't know if this will work. I mean, this patrol area is pretty simple for them to do. The patrol goes from here. Can't see what I'm doing. The patrol goes from this little building here, and then they just go around those few houses. So here they come. Patrol. That was it. That was the extent of their patrol. I mean, what else are you going to do? You just go and have a look, right? Congratulations, Evan. You've opened a can of worms. The thing about Foundation is, Evan, is it's not really a game at all. It's a time machine. It can transport you into the future by about 8 hours, and you didn't even know you were going to go there. It's working. It's going to work. I think it's going to work. Once upon a time, I thought nothing would top the amount of hours that I'd put into City Skylines. And then I started playing Foundation. Let's have 2 more, why not? You know what, I'm also going to have a watchman, because I've got a watch post. I think I have anyway. No, I don't. What's this? Watch post. Where shall I put my watchman? It's too far. I'd like to put him there. Can't. So I have him standing in the trees. Jump out at people. Who are you? What are you doing here? Yeah, there you go. Now when you come walking up here, there'll be a dude standing there asking you what you're doing. Lord Bara's bouncer. If you want to have a look at the visibility options, they're in this tab at the top here, visibility, little telescope, and then you can toggle those on. Your territories as well. And your construction previews. I don't have anything under construction right now. You can also turn, if you don't like these all these other notifications that are storage is full or storage is empty, you can turn those on and off as well. I usually have them off because I just find it helps with the immersion a bit, but it's good for troubleshooting. And yes, you're right. If it says that villagers don't have access to food, but you've got food here, like it seems like you've got enough food here, two things can resolve that. Two things can resolve that. Either you need to build more markets somewhere, bearing in mind villagers, they don't like to travel too far to the market. I'm half expecting these guys over here to complain and say, oh, we don't have any food, and I might give in and put a little market here, but I don't want to do it. I'm going to see how it goes first. So that's the first thing you can do, is just build another market. And the second thing you can do is put these roofs over the market, because that increases the amount of food that each store can actually hold. Sometimes that's the problem. They just can't hold enough. They bring 10 and then 10 get sold straight away. But if you put the roof over, how much does it give you extra? Gives you an extra 20. So sometimes, and then they'll bring like 30 or 40 or whatever it is, and then that can resolve the issue. But this seems to be set up and working now, apart from there's still not enough patrol coverage. So if I can get these houses to upgrade, that'll make me happy. If anybody can tell me what that means, it's a little red timer. What's that? A guard location. Too far. Not enough time. Village fortifications. What is it? And the light fortification keeps disappearing as well. Because this guy needs to come and visit it, and then it gets light fortification. Ah, it's not a permanent thing, it comes and goes, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right. Ooh, I think it's going to be tricky for me to be able to get that. Yes, watchmen are different from patrollers. Quite right. Here we've got some more willing participants. This reminds me a little bit. There was a mechanic in a game that was a city builder from so many years ago. I don't even recall what it was, I don't recall what it was called, but it was a city builder, and there was a really lovely mechanic in it where you would plant vineyards, and the way that you would tell whether or not there was enough wine or enough grapes, I think it was just wine actually, to supply the villages and the towns that you were building, is the roads would colour and the wine would kind of flow down the roads, and it would like extend in like a down the road network. I really liked that visualization, and those patrollers remind me of it a little bit, the way they run around. This purple circle. I wish I could remember what that game was called. So close. Is it going to work? I think it can work. Anyway, what I'm going to do in the meantime is... wish me luck. They now need 2 refined foods. And entertainment. Well, they're going to get berry brew down at the tavern, so... shall I just do 1 for the time being? I've just done commoners. I'm not upgrading anyone to a citizen. Are you mad? I think I've got enough patrollers at this point. Yeah, there seems to be a guy in there quite regularly now. Oh, we've got 2 houses upgrading. You know, it's a good question about the builders. Right now in this village, I have 1. So 3 builders. And the way that you phrased it is the right way to think about it, because it's all about build rate. If you want to build really, really quickly, then you'll need more than 3. But because I go quite slow, so I mean this build here has probably taken me. So yesterday I played for nearly maybe at least 4 hours, and today, what time did I start? Oh, I'll have a look. I'll tell you how long the stream's been up for. If I can find it, the information that is. Okay, so I started at 2, 2:30. So if it was, say, including yesterday, it's been about 6 hours, and then I probably did about 2 hours prior to that as well, because I didn't start with this on the stream. The only reason I came here is because my save is because the game crashed and the progress was wiped, so I came to this save where I'd kind of started a little bit, and I think I'd done about 2 hours. So this is about, long story short, this is a roughly 8 hours build at this build rate. So I think the way that you phrase it's the right way. It's the rate at which you want to build, and I think I'm happy with 1 builder at my speed of building. But that said, in Bara town, the main Bara town had 2 builders, and New Church had 1 builder. So that was, so when I say 1 builder, I mean 1 builder workshop. So there were 2 builder workshops in Bara town main, 1 builder workshop in New Church, and then 1 builder workshop in the farmland district. And that was because you don't want to have your builders trekking a huge amount of distance as well. If you're going to set up a satellite town somewhere, it makes sense to just start again and have a new builder there, and then they don't need to keep running back and forth, because that really will slow things down. We can expect more DLCs for this in time. I think one of the pledges from the Kickstarter, and one of the things that they've promised and hinted at, I think we're going to get like a witch's hut or something along those lines. So there might be like sickness. They took it out, but they were going to have villagers need medicine, so they were going to get sick and need a graveyard to bury them and have a life cycle and things, but they took all of that out. But I think they're still going to have the witch's hut at some point. They may just scale back the kind of gameplay that it is. But I just noticed that for some reason the fisher's hut, instead of walking down here, which was my intention, he likes to walk all the way around, out through the farm, and then around the side. I wonder why he does that. I don't have any herbs. Sorry. Sorry, Bishop. No herbs. Yes, this house is upgrading. Some of these are going to disappear now. I don't know which ones. They will abandon. Probably these ones? Yeah. This one's going. Ah, look at that one. Oh, this one's going as well. This path is blocked. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, if they've already made a path and then you paint something down, they'll ignore it until they get to the destination and then they make a new path. Still blocked. Don't know what to do about that. Nobody's attending Croker Tavern. Here we are. Entertainment. Berry brew, beer and wine. She must have gone to the tavern at some point. Otherwise, where's she getting that berry brew from? It's the only thing I'm making. It must be working because she's got entertainment. It's actually at times like this where I feel like I do need more builders, because I'd like this to go a bit quicker, but I don't really need more builders for the size of this village. Might as well get the edicts, or the privileges, while I'm here. More trade. I could tax them. Shall I tax them? No, just reduce the upkeep. And my final one. Construction cost. Good. Looking better with the tier 2 housing quality. The tier 3 housing is so completely different looking than anything else. I don't think it would fit in here. Okay, let's promote a few more. Let's just do 4 this time. I'm nearly there. The village fence doesn't add, it doesn't give you the fortification buff, but I'm wondering whether or not if I nest the two together, how strange does that look? Oh, I'd need to put those on the inside, obviously. No, I think it'd look a bit strange actually, because everything else is kind of wood, isn't it? There we go, and there's the last couple of houses upgrading. Oh, and people definitely are going to the boozer. Nice little village pub. Should have done that at the start of the stream, really. That is the seed for the map, if anybody's interested. I don't know how to give my save to you guys in case you wanted to carry it on, because I don't think I'm going to carry on with this particular build. Like I said, this is as far as I want to take this town, but I can imagine, you know, where it is now, the next steps in my mind would be to start doing some mining. So you've got to prospect this, and then probably well, you'll want to start tool making, so this is going to expand. So we'll probably get rid of these houses, push these houses out further, expand this out, and start putting in blacksmith and the smelters, and actually turn that into more of a production area. And then once you've got tools and you're doing iron, Well, the next thing, logically, then, is to start making a fort, isn't it? And I don't know. Probably a fort goes here somewhere, right on the there. This island in the middle of the snaking river. It's a good place for a fort. Then you could have a straight road that runs from the fort, across a bridge over here, and then down through the town. Links up with the monastery. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it where it is. I don't have a Discord channel. I should set one up. I mean, I use the yeah, I don't know how to do that. Matt, shall I look into it and see if I can set up a Discord channel? Yeah, if anybody's got any suggestions about how to share the saves, then let me know. Oh, wait a minute. Do you know what? I think Patreon has that facility to be able to share things. I'll look into that. Oh, these guys are actually living here. I thought this would have filled up with everybody that works here. That's interesting. Yeah, once this house is built here, I think I'm done. That makes me happy. Everything's working. Money is good. Food situation is excellent. And it's poised on for the next step up, if needs be. Perhaps I'll come back to it in another live stream, but I don't have plans to do a live stream again anytime soon. Not really. I needed to do this second live stream because I'd started this and I can't not finish it. I can't leave it half done. I need to get to a point where I can tick it off and draw a line under it and say, yes, that's complete now. Well, next week, I've already made the second video for next week. But what was it? I think I was gonna. Yeah, I need to name that new town that I'm building. Although I don't. This is going to tie into the short stories, but that town that I'm building will kind of run a little bit like this live stream. It will. I'm not going to develop it out completely. You'll see in the short story. The town doesn't need to be completed. That's a good question, Chris. There isn't a way to know where the traders will spawn from. The only thing that you know when you start a brand new map is they will spawn at the edge of the map. They don't spawn randomly in the middle anywhere. They will always spawn at the edges and come towards you. So the first time that you see somebody coming towards you, you know that they're coming from that direction. And then you know that there's gonna be an exit point for them as well somewhere. So, but it's not always. Well, it's very rarely it's in a straight line. It's always guesswork. It's part of the game, isn't it? To figure it out. That's it. I'm gonna stop there. I'm happy with that. I hope you enjoyed the ride. I think it's a good first toe dip into some of the new content. There's still lots that's I haven't even touched because I haven't even built any of the castle. And there's still new elements to the monastery that I haven't expanded into here, but like I said, this just needs to be its own singular piece of a painting, little piece of joy. That's it. I'm happy with that. Have a go on this on the map seed. See if you you get on with it yourselves. Alright, well, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. I'm going to sign off, go and grab something to eat. Go and do some homework with my kids. And I will speak to you all in the future.